It is Monday night, and we are back on the curve. Yes, we're excited to be back. Everybody good?
We're good, yes.
Fantastic. It's your girl, Shannon Deneen, and I am here at the table with my lovely co-host. Hey, co-host.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
I'm
Great.
excited. I'm ready to talk. You know I'm ready to talk.
Can I just tell you, my mama loves y'all. My mama is at home right now.
Listen, now that's really going to make
Hey,
me
Mama.
No,
That's
you
really gonna make
should.
me watch it.
Mama is like, you tell that Melissa, say it.
No.
Say it. Say it all the time. Say it.
Why, Sway? Why?
Oh, lovely co-host, please introduce yourself to the people. For those of you who may not know, my lovely co-host.
Hey, I'm Tony G. Campbell. You can follow me on Friday mornings live on the Curved Facebook page at 10 a.m. And you can follow me at all the social medias at Tony G. Campbell, the podcast. You can find me on TonyGCampbell.com, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel and please subscribe.
Yay.
Yay.
We got to get together because I need to be able to say SoundCloud.
Tell me when you're ready to start. Let
Yes.
me know.
Each one teach one.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. I'm Melissa. You can find me at Saving Superwoman on Instagram.
Yes.
And then one day this summer, by July, I'll be able to
Come
say,
on, deadline.
SoundCloud, Apple, Google, Spotify.
Oh, gosh. And, of course, it's your girl, Shannon Deneen. You can catch me on shannondeneen.com. Please go and subscribe to the webpage so you can get all the updates on everything happening in my whole world. And make sure you go to Instagram and follow me. And then make sure you go, of course, to YouTube and follow the Curve.
And your website.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it, shannondeneen.com.
Oh, is that where the blog is?
That's where the blog is.
And
yes.
your cousin's podcast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and I host a podcast with my cousins called Flesh and Blood. So you can follow us. We just on SoundCloud. Like we still working our way to Apple and iTunes and Spotify.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
We need our tacos and tequila.
I'm
I'm scared of that podcast. That podcast is going
We
to have
could
a real
do some
deal.
tacos
Yeah.
and tequila.
We need
Kids
tacos and-
running in the background.
Yeah,
Fussing.
yeah.
A little bit of cussing.
A little bit of just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just enough.
And just good food.
Good food.
Good
Yeah.
conversation.
We need
yeah.
some tacos and tequilas. We're gonna make that happen. Oh, ladies, how was your week?
It's been crazy.
What?
Well, just last night, we think our 6-year-old had a mouth concussion, but we're good. We are good people.
What
Yeah.
happened?
Wait a minute.
Well, the 4-year-old hit him in the head, but we didn't think anything of it,
Listen,
but
she is sassy that way.
Listen,
She
let me
is
say something.
sassy.
She
I'm
is
trying to make it
sassy
in.
and
I just
heavy-handed.
laughed like, Lord, forgive me.
No, I mean she did, and we
She's
didn't
sassy.
think nothing of it. Then he went to bed, and then he started crying in his sleep, and he threw up, and then he was delirious for a couple of hours. So I'm working on about 3 hours of sleep, people.
Oh,
okay.
that is motherhood, is what that is.
That is
Ooh,
motherhood.
Lord Jesus.
But we love the babies.
But they are
He's a
so
survivor.
precious. Like they are. Listen, on Friday, on Fantastic Friday. Listen, they took over the feed on Fantastic Friday.
They
and
did.
When
They
I
took
tell you,
over.
they were the cutest things. So go back and catch
Look at
on the
Yes.
Curve on Fantastic Friday.
For the first half,
They're
I was
hilarious.
great all by myself.
Yeah.
And then the little
Here they
people came in the office
Listen,
and just
on the Sydney was on top. Like
she was
was
up
here.
here.
That's real life.
That's real
life.
That's real life.
And,
That's how it
Caden
goes.
was mom and on YouTube.
Yeah.
And on the
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, yes, he's correcting everything I'm saying.
All the
like
things.
it was
Lord,
just interesting.
Lord, Jesus be.
Yeah.
Yes.
How was your week, friend?
Listen, friend is here.
Yeah.
Friend is here. But you know I'm gonna have to go ahead and we're gonna have to talk about this.
What?
Lord, that's Circle Back Ministry. Let's talk about the Circle Back Ministry.
Okay. Let's do it.
Because we had this great conversation last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
So I got two people that are on the Circle Back Ministry
Uh-huh.
that need to be nominated
Uh-huh.
to the Sit Down Ministry.
Yeah. Who?
Number one, that Chris Brown. Chris Brown don't care care nothing about the law.
No.
That's what, let me tell you something. These mental health resources are out here
and available.
I need you to take it. You got too much money to be that
Listen,
crazy.
he is.
First of all, you done got on that man's, because Karuchi done blocked him.
Yes, she did.
So you done went to this man's
whole Instagram
page. And what happened is when you high, you don't know. And I'm just saying this for counseling people that make real crazy decisions. So when you get high and you're in this phase, you're all on this man page talking about he need a stylist.
Talking crazy and popping off.
And boo this. Who you talking to? You real disrespectful.
He is real
and
disrespectful.
Then
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happened
he
is.
Yeah, he is.
Then it said if I stalk my ex page, if I go and look at my ex's pages, they're stalking. Chris, we done been here before.
Yeah, we have.
We
Sir.
So then y'all need to go.
Remember the video?
Yes.
Y'all, for y'all who have not seen this video, years ago, Chris Brown made this video for Karuchi Trend. You remember this?
Yes,
when they first broke up, he made
Yes.
this long video of like
Yes.
all of their best moments. And
Yes.
Karuchi was like, this is before she was on Ayala. Remember when she was on Ayala that time?
I
And
remember
Ayala
that.
was like holding her to the bosom and trying to
Yes.
help that child get her life together. Karuchi had blocked him after
Yes.
that. She was trying to get it together. And here come Chris Brown releasing YouTube videos talking about our best moments, our favorite moments.
Something wrong with the boy. And then this is what I know. This is what and I know I wasn't there, but this is what I know for sure about the culture.
Yeah.
The culture clowned him. His boys
Yeah.
because he was by himself when he was doing that.
Wasn't nobody there to
Wasn't nobody
snatch
there
his
to
phone
stop
or
him.
nothing.
He was there, and then you done fell asleep,
Yeah,
and you done looked at your text messages,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they like, clown, what you doing?
yeah.
So now you come back, and you got to say I was happy.
You got to be.
I was trying to
So-
say, if y'all listen to the rumor report,
Listen to the rumor report this morning.
Charlamagne said I don't believe that fool.
Ooh, no, I don't believe him.
He just said he was happy.
Yes, he
Yes.
said no. So he goes on to Karuchi's new boyfriend, who's a trainer. He's a personal trainer.
No. He plays Karuchi's new boyfriend plays for the NFL. He's like for the Giants.
He
Oh.
is. Baby, I thought he was a trainer because he's gorgeous. With all the muscles.
You were
He's a
just looking
football
at the
player.
body. That's all you were
He
looking
is
at.
all
Victor
the muscles.
Cruz or something.
Is it Victor Cruz?
Victor Cruz.
All I saw was the
I know
picture.
him and I don't even watch
Baby.
sports.
All I saw
Let
was
me
the
tell you
picture,
something.
and those muscles were popping out
Let me see
from
where this
all
man
directions. And I thought to
And he got
myself,
just as much money as Chris.
"Woo,
Yeah.
all the
I
money,
want to say he's a wide receiver.
many endorsements, all the
And Chris-
endorsements."
Chris
and
gonna mess
so
around.
he gonna mess around and get popped in the
Yeah,
mouth.
because I think he's Dominican.
Yeah.
And they're like cousins, you know.
He don't play. So listen, Chris Brown is out here in these streets mad again because Karuchi is drinking water and minding her own business and living her best life,
Yes,
and
and
now
she
he
look
mad.
happy.
And she
But
looks
wait a minute.
so
Blossoming
happy.
on
Isn't
claws.
Chris about to have another baby
With somebody else.
No, with the
care about
baby,
that.
his first baby mama.
He don't
No,
care
it's
about
not.
that.
It's
I
not
thought it
even
was the
that.
same
Let me
girl.
tell you
He don't even
something.
care about that.
Men,
It don't
and
matter. She out here living her best
It's
life.
another code that men operate under, and it doesn't mean that they have moved on.
That's it.
Emotionally.
That is true. That is true.
Okay, so let
I
me
do
tell
know
you about
that.
this homeboy down the street.
Boy.
In Kalamazoo.
Get
Not
on him.
Kalamazoo, Calabasas.
Calabasas, get on him.
Let's talk about your boy Diddy.
Come on.
Now, I don't see nothing
Diddy
wrong with that
used to-
part.
No. He's supposed to be grieving. You remember? And you all know I was rooting for Diddy. I was on his side. Like, you know, he's in it. Oh, I should have married.
No, you shouldn't. You should
Kim.
leave
I'm
Kim.
about
I
to
love
say,
her.
You
he
should
knows
was
better
all
than
on
that.
that.
He should have
No.
left Kim Porter alone
let's
and
talk
let her
about
live
it.
her best life as
So
well.
people are really on the he's grieving train, supporting him like you're doing a great job. I almost said something. That man was on the cover of Essence with
He
them
was.
kids.
He sure was.
They just did a full spread. I'm supporting them. I love. Now you just circle back
Come on.
because Cassie, the one got pregnant by the trainer you got.
And happy.
But
She's happily
happy.
pregnant.
I don't
and
think he
moved on.
circled back though, because I heard he was dating Lori Harvey.
What?
He probably is.
I think.
But
that's
no.
what
So here's the way.
the
No,
latest thing is he
No,
dating.
Let me
Steve
start here.
Harvey's dating.
Let me start here. Lori Harvey dating a lot of people.
She don't date.
Lori Harvey is out here.
Lori Harvey went to her mama's game.
Listen, Lori Harvey's out here with a starting five. Okay,
Oh.
you understand me?
All right.
She's out here with a starting.
Well, Diddy is one
And
of
I
them.
ain't mad at it.
Listen.
Get it,
Let me tell you
Lori.
something.
She out here with
That
starting
man,
five.
here's the thing. You know they do PR stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he got her number.
Yeah.
Right? Shoot her a text message. Say, hey, congratulations. Then we read in People, Essence, sources confirm.
Sandra
Diddy
Rose. Well,
congratulated Cassie. You out here looking like a sucker. You looking like
No,
I'm like, stay sucker free.
No, I don't think that's true. I mean, you can congratulate your ex on things that they've done.
Did your ex-husband congratulate you?
Well,
He was pregnant?
I've only been with one.
Okay, well, who
But
before
no,
that? Did they
my
call him
son's
congratulate?
father, he did congratulate me
When?
when I got pregnant with my daughter,
Did
even
he
when
do it
I
on
got
Instagram?
married.
On Instagram.
Probably because I don't think we were.
See, you
I
can't
mean,
even recall.
because it's been
It's
like
a non-factor.
9 years ago when
It's
I got
a
married and
non-factor.
7. But I'm saying like even when my husband's ex, he's 3 years old now. When she got pregnant again, we were like, congratulations, and we say it all on Facebook.
Yeah.
and stuff.
See how that happened? See how we
Yeah.
just happened right there? See how we
Right.
happened?
That's
Right.
We reached out to them and we
Wait a
said,
minute. Wait. Because let's back up. Let's back.
But
the
he
train.
doesn't
We're
have
gonna
a weed.
roll
You
back
right.
like Walmart prices.
that's it.
Wasn't he just pictured with some chick not too long ago? With some
Not
lady.
who?
It was all over Instagram. It was on People.
He's always been
I don't
pictured with
follow
somebody
Diddy,
though.
though.
He's laid
I don't
up.
know.
No, he posted it.
Oh,
He posted it of them laying in the bed. I love you, whatever.
To the ground.
Well,
Here's-
you know he's a whore. So
He
I mean,
is.
I
These
don't
are
even
facts.
understand why it
These
shouldn't
are
even
facts.
be a big deal.
Now that friend
Elizabeth,
is a
I'm
fact.
coming home.
He is
Now,
for
I'm not gonna
real.
go that far. But what I'm gonna say is it just made him look a bit unstable. It looked like he and Chris Brown was sitting at the house together.
Well, no, Chris is just crazy.
But here's the
Diddy, I
thing.
think he's one of those type of people who like to stay connected with his exes
Now,
no
you
matter
can
what.
do that not on the ground.
Here's my problem with the whole thing, the
Well,
whole
He could've liked the
situation.
picture
He
and
might
then
can't
said
call
he
him
had
because
Right.
there's
He
Here,
could've
he
no, no,
liked
no.
it.
Yeah,
don't
that-
call no more.
My problem with this whole, with that whole thing, is that instead of
Who is that?
that's her man, that's
Oh.
him.
That's the trainer
That's
that Diddy got
that's
her.
the dude. But here's the thing: see who's Facebook, see whose Instagram
that's
that
the
is.
problem.
The problem is he posted that picture
She
of
did.
the two of them and talking about some congratulations.
He over there
Sir,
bitter Brad.
Well,
Oh.
see, no, what I think
Bitter
he's
Brad.
trying to do is
Uh-uh.
prove that he's over her. So
To
he's
who?
like, I can't.
To
I
who?
don't know to who, but he's probably like, I'm gonna do this so
It's
people
making
don't
you
think
look
that
real.
I'm trying
Let me tell you something.
You know, he's like, I'm
not-
over that situation,
I'm not
so I can
posting a
congratulate
picture
you.
of my
Let me tell you
ex-husband.
something.
Now I
and
thought it
his
was.
new wife.
How
Now
would you-
I wouldn't
wait,
post
hold
a
on.
picture, but I would say something on a picture that they posted.
I think that would be
That's a little
okay. So,
different,
because here's
but-
my thing: what
I'm happy
if
for both of y'all,
what if
but I
one of
got a
your
lane that
exes?
I'ma stay in.
That's true. What if one of your exes posted a picture of you and Ty on their page, on their Instagram
Well,
page?
I would be a little concerned
A
about how
little
they got that picture.
How did
because
you-
it's like,
Over there
how
stalking.
are you? How did you get a picture of me and my husband? But you know,
How did you?
That's so
that
Why
was,
you on
that's
my
a little
Instagram?
suspect.
Why you over there
tell you something.
snapshotting my photos?
when we break
Yeah.
up, I unfriend. Because we not friends in real life.
We're not friends in real life.
So I unfriend you. So if you
That's my
screenshot
only
me
problem.
something, oh, I know you over there being on Stalker Steve.
We can't have that.
Yeah, screenshot.
Nope.
Yeah, that's
Nope,
a little
nope, nope.
weird.
You know what? It's one thing to shoot a text. Hey, congratulations,
But he
So
is
excited.
baby.
He-
Congratulations
ain't he fine,
on
though?
the
He is
marriage.
fine. Go
But you take a
Cassie,
picture
girl.
from on my page.
Yeah.
First of all,
He
fool,
is
what
fine,
you doing
friend.
on my page anyway?
Look at those eyes. Listen, Cassie is out here looking happy in these streets.
I'm telling
She's
you,
looking like
he's feeling like a sucker because he was paying this man to train him.
Wait a minute.
He was paying this man.
Listen.
That's
He
the problem.
paid
Be
for
careful
the
of these.
departure.
Be
He
careful
paid
of
for the
these.
departure.
Was
Yeah, he
paid,
did.
and then he got over here and he wanted to mourn Kim, and he, you know.
But he didn't. He wasn't going to ever marry Cassie. He didn't want to. I mean,
No,
he
he
ain't never
said
gonna
they
marry
were
nobody.
together 9 years, and she wanted to get married. She wanted
gave
to have
that
babies.
man all of her pure years because she ain't even 30 yet.
Don't waste your pretty girls. Don't waste
Shout
your
out
pretty.
to Cassie.
She
Yeah,
didn't waste her.
Cassie
She
got
didn't
about
waste her
five,
pretty because
didn't
she did very well.
She did,
That's all
honey.
I'm saying.
Let me tell you something.
She
all
didn't
right.
waste
She
nothing.
came
She
back
still
on
looked
him.
good,
She
and
won.
he looked
She
fine.
did win.
She is the real MVP
'Cause
because he
he
done went
is.
and stalked that out
Woo.
and paid that fine man to train.
Yeah.
Well, I would have got
Look
a
at
whole
those eyes.
Russian.
Caitlin.
Caitlin training.
Yep.
Ain't no fine man in here.
Nope, that's what you
Let me
can't
tell
do.
you something.
Not at all.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Whew, y'all, we hadn't even started the show yet.
We had
Already.
We already-
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Now that the introductions are out of the way, it's time for Word on the Street. Okay. So in other news, your girl Tiffany Haddish. I already rolled the eyes. She done already rolled the eyes.
I'm working on this.
Your girl Tiffany
She
Haddish
forgets she
says.
in front of a camera.
I do.
Yeah.
Your girl Tiffany Haddish says she is not performing here in the great state of Georgia, based upon the fact that House Bill 4810, the heartbeat bill, has been passed. Tiffany says that in good conscience, she loves Georgia. She loves the people of Georgia, but in good conscience, she cannot perform here until the law is repealed. There are other studios, Time Warner, some other studios that are also saying that they're threatening to pull out production in several Georgia cities. Question on the table: do you think this will make a difference?
She should have let them go first. And been like Auntie Gladys.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You know how Gladys Knight sung that?
She did.
The Stars Spangled Banner?
She did.
And said, I'm going to wait till some bigger people pull out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, she don't match the money game. Now, I understand her taking a stand.
I do.
I understand that part. But she should have let Tom Warner and whomever step back first and then join.
So here's the thing.
Please say what I want to say.
I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Tiffany Haddish ain't that funny.
Thank you. Like I love her on the big screen.
I appreciated her in the movie Girls Trip.
Yes.
I love the fact that she was, she's doing her thing, and she's,
She was funny in Pet's Life, too.
She was.
That's like
She's
she's
distributing her black girl magic all over the place, and I'm happy for you, sis. Keep winning.
Her stand-up might be different.
Oh, her
though.
stand-up is horrible.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's so
I
awful.
never
But you
did
know
Whoa.
what? Denzel Washington has a
Watch it on
video,
YouTube, girls.
and he talks about the difference in between live performances describing Broadway and
Yeah.
when you're behind the camera.
Yeah, she's
You
movie
know.
funny. She's
Some
movie
people
funny.
are just movie funny. That's
Yeah.
okay.
And listen, get your coin, sis. I am not mad at you. You go ahead.
I love to see what she's doing. Great.
Absolutely.
Great story.
I would
Absolutely.
say Tiffany, her pulling out, no, it's not going to make a difference. But if the film industry back out, like they said that they will back out,
Yeah.
I would say that could make a difference because it was reported that they brought 92,000 jobs to
92,000 jobs,
Georgia,
yep.
and they poured in over $4 billion into local businesses, and those local businesses will miss that money big time.
Yeah,
I would have let
they
them
need
go
that money.
first. I would have let them go first.
Well,
Like you because here's the thing. That what Tiffany Haddish and let's talk about it.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to say some right stuff. Tiffany, okay, so Angela Bassett says I'm not filming in Georgia. That's like, ooh, Angela Bassett, Emmy, Oscar.
She
all
can
of
stop
that.
a whole
You know
movie,
what I mean?
you know?
But Tiffany Haddish she's made a mark, but not big enough to me for people to stop filming because it's kind of like, okay, well, we can replace her, you know.
okay, but
Well,
here's also my.
But I
my
understand
thing.
why she's doing it.
Here's my thing. Somebody's got to go first, and I don't know if this movement has had enough traction where somebody was willing to go first.
Well, let's talk about Uncle Tyler. Did he
I
stop
thought-
filming?
No,
I was about
Uncle
to
Tyler
say-
hadn't stopped filming.
I know, and I think he just got his studio put together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he
for
over there in the
Tiffany,
Opportunity Zone.
I was about to say, allegedly, or where it was reported in the article, it said that basically her sales weren't doing well, so she's using this as a platform or a
More
cover.
power to you. Great.
You know, so that's why she really pulled out. It's because her ticket sales weren't. But somebody close to her said if she sold out, she probably wouldn't have pulled out.
Here's the other thing that I'm gonna say.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Tiffany Haddish's audience of the people who are going to see her stand up are our neighbors and not our cousins. And going to see her stand up, yes. We ain't going to see her stand up, but some of our neighbors, they're going to see her stand up because we know Tiffany ain't funny, and we know Tiffany is movie funny. They are looking for some of that coonery. They are looking for that coonery that Tiffany Haddish is going to do on stage. And because they're looking for the coonery, they'll go see her. And we're not going to see her. And so I don't know if she really had a place in Georgia where she was going to sell out an audience, or because she didn't pick any of those other states that also have bills that are similar to the heartbeat bill.
Oh, because I was going to say that now that she put it out there, she's going to have to.
Who, Ayanla?
Yeah. Hopefully she don't tell us.
She might.
No, but she's still filming Fix My Life.
Oh, she is. So yeah, she is.
That's what I'm saying. Some people that could really have an impact.
I don't know if Ayanla could do it either, though.
No.
If I'm honest, I like Ayanla, and I went to her the last time she was here in Atlanta. I went to see it.
Was it good?
Oh, it was.
Oh, I'm going.
Girl, listen, I learned about the thumping. The tapping. Listen, the tap. If y'all don't know about tapping,
baby, when you get angry,
or even when you just feel upset or anxious or anything, if you just tap on your hypothalamus, just right there, girl, just tap. And I don't know what it does. I watched a couple of YouTube videos after she told me about it.
It redirects the energy.
All of that. What it does is keep me from killing people. Like people,
I ain't no killer.
Listen, whole people have lived.
I needed that today at the bowling alley.
That's what you need, friend.
When your kids irritate you or something,
I just be like, shut up.
Kid Wonderful.
You gotta tap,
sir.
Just tap and breathe. It totally redirects. I'm telling you, it works.
The energy.
It works. She has a YouTube on to do
it.
Yeah.
So listen, that's for free tonight. The
thing about it is, I think I understand the stance, and I get it.
Yeah.
But I think there are some bigger.
I feel like if a Will Smith had said, "Hey, we're not gonna tape in," or because Bad Boys 3, lots of it was taped in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I feel like if Will Smith had been like, "Hey, listen, not taping in Atlanta,"
and it was going on in the heat of it.
Yeah, it was. I think if he had pulled out, that might.
If she's going to stand on this, I need her to be consistent throughout. If this is what she's going to put out there in the universe, she needs to be consistent with it. You can't half-heartedly just be like, "Oh, I'm not going to play here, but I'll play in Alabama where the law is a little bit worse than it is in Georgia."
The fact.
So, she has to just be consistent, and I hope that she is.
Well, we will see.
We will see, because
time
will tell. Who, child, from Tiffany to Tamar, honey. Did y'all hear about this?
I did.
Why you roll your eyes, friend? Don't roll your eyes at Tay-Tay.
I love Tay-Tay. I am a pseudo Tamartian.
I can't be a Tamartian, but I do follow. For whatever reason, I feel like Tamar Braxton is like a train wreck that keeps happening over and over, and I can't look away.
I don't think she's that train wreck any longer.
With a pure Pisces?
Yes,
no.
my sister was.
Is that what that is?
You don't know what you have coming. You can't see it. It might look, the journey might look clear, but I tell you what, they are smart, very intelligent, very articulate.
Because she is smart.
But I tell you what, when I say, y'all never been to Cedar Point, but it's like this ride. So you've been on the Demon Drop.
I have been on nothing.
I mean, it's like you don't even see it coming. That's my first thing I ask people. When's your birthday? If they tell me,
that's true.
February 27th, March 3rd. Oh, okay, I already know.
You out?
I just listen. I don't say nothing. the person we was talking about.
So anywho, Tamar Braxton has been in these social media streets. Apologizing and telling everyone that she is sorry, honey. She is sorry for all of the things. That hurting people hurt people. And when you're hurt and you don't know how to love and you hadn't been loved and you ain't been... Hold on, let me finish. When you hadn't loved and hadn't been loved right and you don't... all of that. So she apologized to the ladies of The Real. Ayanla, her sisters, and any other friends and family that she may have tossed her vitriol toward.
But at the end, what did it say?
About what? Which part?
Due to being in a relationship with
David.
Yeah,
So
now
that's a problem.
When you and David fall out,
boy, you going back to the vitriol.
Yeah, so I don't even. That's like.
So at the end of the Instagram post, it said something like, I have my baby to thank for that, or so she's in this relationship with this dude who I didn't think was very cute.
But is that appropriate?
But it's not about being cute. It's about how he makes. He is cute to her.
I just don't understand why she keep dating ugly dudes. Like, Tamar's not ugly.
They give her everything.
I guess.
But that's who she's attracted
to. That's on the. Never mind.
Yes, I feel
he
like
on the curve with his looks.
My mom said this all the time.
He'll treat you great.
I guess. My mama said this. I said this as long as I have been alive. It is just as easy to fall in love with an attractive person as it is to fall in love with an unattractive person.
But he's attractive to her. If I know, to me, I can't be with nobody if I'm not attracted to them. So he might not be attractive to you, but to me, he might be attractive.
I'm telling you right now.
What?
Tony.
She likes him. She's in love with him.
She likes what he represents.
Yes.
She likes the way that Regions Bank of America, Chase, whatever you want to call it, what that looks like, because she stated it. He's an entrepreneur. He's doing great. Like the Pisces are really smart people, and they like people who are doing well. And he's doing well
because they like great things. They like
who am I to
things.
say that she isn't genuine? But let me tell you something. I would be very mad if I call you all my friends, and then you all offend me, and I'm really hurt, and I'm trying to reach out to you, and then you get on Instagram and you apologize.
Yeah, that's not what we can get
and
on.
you say it's because of Tyler. I'm sorry, that's not your husband's name, but we're just gonna say Tyler for right now. It's because
my husband's name? Tyrone?
Tyrone.
Yes.
Tyrone made you do it.
I don't think she said that her man made her do it.
What she said is, now I do. So what she said is...
But it wasn't pictures of none of the friends.
Well, her sister's in there. No, it's not none of them. It says friends and whomever else. Okay, wait. Also, let me start from the beginning. When all you know... Should I read it like Tamar? When all you know and felt is hurt. You hurt. I mean, self-inflicted and to others are included. From my sisters, the ladies on the reel, Ayanla, old and new friends, and whomever else I've ever heard from being hurt. Please forgive me. I didn't know love to show love. Now I do, thanks to David out of face so. Sunshine. Emoji.
But okay, let me address the whole why she did it on social
the
media.
gram.
Because when you have gone after people, and I know people like that, because when we get to the next section, the reason I didn't have I stopped talking to someone for a long time was my sister, who was a Pisces, and we got into it. But they are very emotional people too, and they will attack you if they get hurt. So if she felt betrayed or backstabbed, then it's like she's ready to cut whoever off. She's like, I'm done, whatever. Mm-hmm. So they probably, because I know at least the real, they probably not even answering her phone calls. So maybe she felt like if she put it there, then she can get a connection to be able to talk to him on the phone.
But my question is, how many times are we gonna do this? Like, I understand.
Superman.
It's like, it's how many times?
Well, you gotta do it until you mean it. Before, I think she was just if she did apologize, it was because
grace, but I'm about mercy too.
Yes, but you know how you get into those spiritual moments where you're like, oh, I've been set free, and you do it because you think you're supposed to do it, but deep inside you like, I'm apologizing. Yeah, I'm apologizing because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's not necessarily what I want to do.
Okay, but my thing is, as the person on the receiving end of that, like, So
it's emotionally exhausting.
It's emotionally exhausting and it's traumatic. And more importantly, it is detrimental to you as a person. I don't think like if Melissa hits me and she keeps hitting me and I tell her to stop hitting me and she keeps hitting me and then she says I'm sorry but then she keeps hitting me again. Like how you are that is still.
You know me, friend. If I hit you, I'm just walking away and I'm not coming back.
That's true. But I was just giving the people an example.
Oh, I'm not coming back. Like,
I'm just saying, like, how many times do you get to say I'm sorry?
Well, that's up to the person she's apologizing to. So if they're like, okay, I know you're apologizing, I accept it, but I can't deal with you no more, then.
But I think this is
yeah. Because it's one thing what we do behind closed doors, but it's another thing what we're doing in front of people. And then, from my understanding, she's just been signed to the Real Housewives. So because Nene has only filmed so much, and so it left her part of her contract open, and they went and picked up Tamar Braxton. And I think that it's great. I think her apologizing and being sincere is great. However, I think that there comes because I think personally she is a great performer, and there are times when that's okay. For you to apologize, and anybody that has gone through a divorce, it really puts you in a vulnerable space and place, and really they live their life out loud so much. However, I think there's a part where you need to retreat and really look in and like go to those people, whether they hang up, she know where they film. You know what I mean? Like if I have to go and talk,
might not be allowed on the lot.
Well,
but my point is, right. My point is, I don't know about her sincerity, and I'm not going to judge her sincerity because that's not for me to say. But
did I say she wasn't being sincere?
No. I was just saying I'm not going to personally judge her sincerity because I don't know. I don't believe that that's fair. What I will say though is, if you apologize and then you keep striking out and you apologize and you keep striking out and then you get
over there looking like Chris Brown cousin.
Come on now, you get in front of TD Jakes and you cry and you tell your sisters you're so sorry and this, that, and the third, and then you strike out again and then
but
you get in front of Ayanna.
Was that whole okay? I'm going through this. I'm supposed to be changing, so I need to apologize so they can think that I'm changing. I think that whole thing was forced.
Well,
I don't think she was ready.
Because some of the sisters were saying they couldn't accept it. And it wasn't just Tracy. Some of the other ones was like, oh, yeah, okay. I can see that. I can see it.
I don't know. I don't trust it.
I'm just,
but all we can do is wait and see, because if she's truly changed this time, then she will not repeat any of her.
But I think this is part of a big. I agree with that, but I think this is part of a bigger lesson as to how we set healthy boundaries when in relationships, when people keep saying, I'm sorry, but they keep doing the same things that they've been doing. It's a bit narcissistic. And it's...
also she wasn't taught.
2019. That's family.
You staying sucker free?
I'm staying sucker free, crazy free. Like my peace and patience.
My peace is worth it all.
I agree, because believe me, no one's in my life that I don't want in my life.
Amen.
But also, you have to. I think she's actually finally maybe being taught something, because that kind of thing you're never taught until you're in it.
You gotta think about how many people follow her. And it promotes just unhealthy boundaries in relationships. Like, you can't say whatever you want to say to people.
You cannot.
And then drag them and then turn around.
And then say things like, but you supposed to be my sister. You supposed to be, y'all was supposed to have my back. But every time you get ready to say what you want to say out your mouth, you get good and ready and you just say it. And then you come back with, I'm sorry, and everything is supposed to be okay.
There are people out there like that.
I agree, and that is kind of the point that is one of the reasons I want to have this conversation, because I think it's really important that we talk about healthy. We're on this kick in this country now where we're talking about Black mental health, right? We're talking about wellness, Black mental health and wellness with people. I feel like this is an important part of mental health, is creating boundaries when people are.
I'm all about boundaries.
When people have traumatic behavior.
But where did it begin? So if she has all of these sisters and they're accepting of this behavior.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Because
So
I'd have knocked her out
take
a long time ago.
what I do with
Facts.
my sisters and I put it on my sister friends. That is a large part
fair.
of the conversation around black women and mental health and mean girls, because it just didn't start with your friends. That's how you talk to your cousins. That's how you talk to or that's how your mother talks to you.
And you have to be taught about boundaries.
That's right.
You have to protect yourself. And my family will tell you, I'm all about boundaries. Even with when if someone needed to come and stay with me, we are filling out a contract. And people think I'm crazy,
I believe
but
in contracts.
yes, I believe in
Friends,
contracts
family.
because
I
the
don't let nobody
contract.
say it with me.
Well, no,
And you're
I
not coming
don't
over
try
my
that
house.
either. I try not to do that either. But there's some cases where I'm like, okay, and in that contract, it's gonna be spelled out. You got 3 months rent free. Get your stuff together. If you're not out in 3 months, we will reevaluate. But it protects you just as well as it protects me. And I feel boundaries are so important
They are.
because if you don't state what needs to happen, then you got people running into your house, coming in, bringing 12 people with them, not, you know.
Tell you how to avoid all that. No.
I mean, I agree, but you know, sometimes people
there's
need
a
help.
situation where,
And
I
the
agree
Lord
with that.
But
says-
everybody has, here's the thing, you just know your role. Like, everybody had, my family, they talk about me, which I don't care, because I'll never have them problems.
Yeah,
Because
I'm like, nobody
you know what,
bothers
it's enough
me.
room for me and Milan, and that's enough. Like, you have to know what you can take.
Oh yeah.
My problems have never been like, everybody can come stay. I don't have any problem with that. I don't mind. As long as you follow the rules that I've set up, I don't have
It's
any
not
problem
that
with that.
many.
It's because it's
Because
not
we
many.
just talked about that.
It's
My
not a
child
whole
walks
lot
in
of-
her house.
She
just
does.
let the garage up like she lived there.
And Melissa said, Milan, I don't care if the child open the garage door. It's messy out there. She won't go out there. So tell her, there's a whole bunch of stuff out there, but it's fun for kids.
I have trained her.
I don't mind if that's what
It's
she wants.
okay.
I don't have any
All right.
problem with those types of things. The problem that I have is, so I'm one of these people. Everybody with me starts off at 100%. You get 100 points with me. When you start doing stuff,
We pulled up last week, right?
yes, when you start doing stuff to me, you are diminishing your own points. And however many points you have
What
in
are they
your
doing
bank.
to you?
If talking about people me behind my back, being unloyal, distrustful, like
Oh, those people shouldn't be in
untrustworthy.
your house anyway.
Not even just in my house, in my
my
life.
space.
They are space. Everyone starts at 100. Family, friends,
Yeah, I
associates.
give everybody that.
Everybody starts off at 100.
Everybody starts off in A.
And
I just
you
go ahead and
determine-
just
You
box
a
on
grading
me.
system.
I
I just
do.
like, I like you or I
You
don't.
determine.
Sorry.
You determine how much you get to be in my life, and the less points you get, the less you get to be around.
Yeah.
And
I'm
that's
really
how
over
I
here
work.
I think I need to retract my statement because I'm not on A. I'm just gonna be honest since we're being transparent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on pass or fail.
Well, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's why I'm like, I like you or I
Mhm.
don't.
No, people
and
get-
if I
get
love you,
chances.
then you real good with me.
Yeah.
People get all the chances. I try very
I
hard to
think
give
that's
people
fair.
chances. But the reason I bring that up is because what that requires, what that helps, what the grading system helps me do is tells me how far I need to extend that boundary. Do you need to be 5 feet away? Do you need to be 50 feet away? Do you need to be a whole state away? Do you need to be in Europe while I'm here in the United States? Like, how far away do I need to keep you? And that's based
No.
on the score that you get.
If you
Because
did
for
something
me,
to somebody I love, you out. Period. It's not. I'm not
Well, I
pushing
think
you
that we
far
are,
away.
because
I'm just
sometimes
we
I'm
have
out.
looking
to
at
give people enough room
situations.
to air because
Exactly.
they're human. And
That-
sometimes things happen. You don't
That's
know.
why it's
Okay, so I'll give you an example. And we were talking about this on the way here. I have a friend that passed away, and she and I used to stay. I mean, we stayed into it just because I would be like, you don't have good boundaries. However, once we got to really bond and talk, I found out that we had a lot in common. And just like she was trying to protect herself, I was trying to protect myself as well. So whereas she started off at a 100 with me, she got to about an 80. And once she got to that 80, she was like I'm gonna take that back. She was at 75 because I just kept her, we professional box.
I can
and
see
then
you.
Once
but you can't come over here.
Yeah, as long as you stay over there, that's how it was. And then one day we had to stay and study together. And she started talking, and she was, telling me a little bit more about herself, and the little grades went back up,
Because people got to give people the opportunity. Yeah,
you have to give people a chance to err on the side of just being human.
I think, though, I'm all about forgiveness, and I'm all about asking for forgiveness. But you can't, once you ask for that forgiveness, you just can't keep popping off and acting a fool all the time, and then feel like you're going to come back and keep telling folks you're sorry.
The people she's doing it to have to stop accepting it.
I agree with that.
That's what it is.
And
if you don't speak up for yourself, then, it's going to keep happening.
I think that generally speaking, she appears to be a nice person.
She does. And she can sing.
However, I think that this has been allowed, and, people only do what you allow them to do.
Exactly. And if you don't speak up, then guess what? People will always walk over you.
Ooh, child.
Hello.
That was a lie.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break so we can take a deep breath. And we will be back. We will be back with more of The Curve. Welcome back to The Curve, y'all. All right, so last topic we're going to talk about tonight. Y'all know I love Red Table Talks. I watch it religiously. I love Jada Pinkett Smith and all of her learning lessons that she provides at the Red Table. So the last Red Table Talk she did was with Common. Ooh, he's so fine. He's
all right.
He will be here on the 29th.
No.
Have you seen that? Now, that's what I will post for the people.
Yeah.
Because I took a picture with
him. Me too.
And I was
I didn't take a picture, but I took one. Yeah, he was there.
I was on his back.
Yeah.
I said, ooh, you smell
He smells so good.
I was in his personal space. I said, I'm from Flint. Well, we had a little water crisis. He said, man. I was trying to make him lean in. Feel bad.
Yes, lean in. You better make the bed.
And he's super sweet.
Oh, man.
Listen, I forgot about my falupa until I saw the picture. I was all leaning all on him.
So, Common did an event in Atlanta that me and Melissa went to, the AAP
United Way African American Partnership Luncheon.
Yes, which was amazing, and he was the keynote speaker. And that's the event she's talking about. She got the picture with him. She serves on the committee, the advisory committee, so she got all the good pictures.
And you can sign up if you want to be a part of the cabinet.
Listen, I need them to bring in another.
Last year they had Grant Hill. He was phenomenal.
Equally fine.
He was phenomenal.
Grant Hill. Oh, I used to love. And I will say this: I like Grant Hill and Tamia together. I like their little.
And I love that Mama Anita connected.
Yeah. Oh.
Anita Baker introduced.
Oh,
I love that.
She did? I didn't know that.
See, yeah. Okay, so we got to come back. Anywho, Common was on Red Table Talks talking about his new book, Let Love Have the Last Word. And he was talking specifically about his relationship with his daughter and how he had to repair that. And so the Red Table Talk was amazing and wonderful because he was talking about how he had to take responsibility for healing his relationship with his daughter. And so the question on the table for the lovely co-host is, have you ever had to heal a relationship with someone, and how did you do it?
I did. Like I was talking about earlier, me and my older sister, Aletha, we had fallen out over, it was a situation that had to do with her in-laws. And I think we fell out. I think God made us fall out for that because I had moved from Georgia back to Philadelphia, and God was like, "I don't want you in Philadelphia. You need to move back to Atlanta." And that falling out with her made me move back to Atlanta because I was like, "That's why I left Philly in the first place." Exactly. And the crazy thing about that was, I know, because I mean, she lunged at me like that was a physical fight that we did. And I'm like, why are you even coming at me like that? And we didn't talk for, I want to say, a good 6 months. And we used to talk several times every day because that was my sister, you know. And I really can't even tell you when we started talking because we just started talking again.
Did y'all ever go back and talk about what happened?
No, we never talked about it again. Because probably at that point, I think she probably was divorced, so it wasn't an issue anymore. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Because I mean, I love her in-laws. Cause that's my sister. She passed away 7 years ago. But I still congratulate her ex-husband, and you know they were at her funeral and everything. And I mean, we're still family, you know. And I guess pseudo forgave them, even though I don't even know if they knew what happened. But that was traumatic for me because I was like, I'm not even talking to my sister. We talk every single day, several times a day, and that was crazy for me because she was like my other parent in my relationship with my son. Like she was his
other mom.
Yeah. People literally thought she had a child. And she never had one.
Wow. Well, that's interesting because what Common was saying about healing the relationship with his daughter was that he had to take responsibility and had to get over being mad at her. It sounds like you kind of had to, that time frame, y'all kind of had to get over
being mad.
That pride thing.
Yeah, that pride thing. And that, I think that's something important that we have to touch on because I think that a lot of times we're in a time frame in an era of time where we get mad at each other and then everybody got the cutoff spirit. Like everybody want to cut.
I was born with the cutoff spirit. And I'm gonna be real with it. I was born with the cutoff spirit because it takes a lot for me to cut you off. So here's the thing about it. Like when I'm done, I'm done. I don't revisit it. I love you. I will love you from a distance. And it was so funny. I've had a situation like that with my dad.
Okay.
Like there were some things that were revealed in my life that I kept seeing the pattern. And so one day I just called him and I was like, hey, you know, this is what's happening. And this is what I believe is linked to, so let's talk about it. And he was very open, he was very receptive, and he was just like, you know, at that point in time in my life, I was young, you know, and I'm not who I was, but I'm glad that you brought it to my attention because I was wrong for doing that, you know, and it was very cathartic, and we kind of moved on, but in regards to people just like once I'm done, like I kind of just, I'm a believer in guarding your heart because when I allow you into my space, like there's a place and space that I allow people in, and if I feel as though I am betrayed, and I might have hurt the person, I just like to give us that space. And I'm okay with it. Doesn't mean I don't like you. Doesn't mean I hate you. It's just a space and place where I just feel like maybe in this season God is moving you out, and I just believe that He'll move someone else that I may need in that season to come in. I don't see it as me just pulling the plug. I am known for, other people have told me that they feel as though I pulled the plug, but I don't, because I'm a person, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Me and you have had this talk.
Yeah.
It's real black and white.
See, okay, so I have a very dual way of looking at this. In lots of cases, I struggle with the cutoff ministry because I feel like it does not force us to be community, and it doesn't force us to work on our interpersonal communication skills. And I think that those are important. I think a lot of times it's important for us to work on not necessarily cutting someone off, understanding what the problem is so that we can both learn and grow. And if our season is up, then it's up. I'm completely okay with that. But talking about the issue first and making sure that there is clarity and understanding around that issue. I also don't think that there's not anything you can't get past if you have a conversation about it or if you talk about it. That's one part. There's another part of me that understands that guard your heart.
Well, for me,
concept.
I've had people cut me off and I didn't know. You
I had that happen too,
I've had
girl.
them cut me off and then they get mad because I don't respond. Like, you need to tell me, hey, look,
Agreed.
tell me what's going on, and I'm okay. And even if you feel like, hey, I'm not dealing with you anymore, or because one thing that I will say is when it circles back and the person says, hey, what happened? I don't mind explaining, but I have so much going on in my life that when it gets real chaotic and like I'm an ambivert, so I have to go in and kind of ambivert. Like I'm extroverted and introverted.
Oh.
Yeah, so when it gets real dramatic,
I
go in.
I learned a whole new word right here on the show. Look at me.
Ambivert. I'm an ambivert. I go into my shell and I have to figure out life. And it doesn't mean I'm mad at you. I need to look at me. So it isn't necessarily that I'm pulling the plug. I just have to look at me.
Okay.
And when in life, and I'm a believer in this. I believe that God will bring it back around if it's meant to be. It will come back around, and it will come back around in its due season.
No, I think as a society though we're getting away from community, and we're getting away because we don't have to be in relationship with people because we are so isolated, and we've created spaces for ourselves where it's okay to be isolated versus a long time ago when we didn't have a lot of social media or we didn't have those other outlets. It forced us to kind of be community, and we were able to talk a lot more and to work through things versus just, I don't like what you said, I'm about to cut you off. I have two friends who have experienced that. I have not personally experienced it with either of them, but the two of them have experienced it with each other. And it frustrates me because I feel like that level of that the community that was once there.
But that's your community and that's your experience with both of those individuals. How they experience each other is something different. And so if they're not connecting, it's for a reason.
It is.
Somebody has some work to do in order for the community. Because if not, then they will bring that toxic behavior to a community.
Yep. They have.
And split
the
community in half.
I don't want none of that. Y'all going over there and figure it out. Or guess what? I'll just go if I'm in another community. Well,
but that to me that's a problem. We can't just be community hopping.
It's not community hopping. But I guess my experience is just because I was raised in a big family. You know what I mean? So my community wasn't outside of our family because it was so many people. You could pick somebody. You say what you have to say and just go over here to the left.
And you don't have to stay in a toxic relationship.
Explain what
At some point, you got to say this is toxic, and I need to be out.
I feel like there's an issue. There's a huge issue with every time something happens, or every time there is a breakdown.
But there's some necessary times.
There are some, but I think if you're breaking up with. If every time you turn around, you got to post a meme about how you about to cut people off and how you about to clear your Facebook list and all this stuff.
Oh, those are people who just want attention.
That's a problem to me.
So,
that's an issue.
This because, we went from, I was telling you all I took a break from social media.
Yeah.
I just took a break. Like, I needed to
I'm okay with a break. Amen to a break.
Like, I'll be back. But there were some people that felt like, oh, you unfriended me. Did you call me? Did you call me to see if I was breathing? Anything could have happened, And I didn't want that, but if you would have called, I would have said, hey, I just need to take a break. I got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the community I like.
Yeah. Okay, production is telling us we got to wrap it up because we've been gone too long. Blessed Savior.
You all understand, cousins, village?
Good. Our producers wrap it up now. Circles. Anyway.
No, that means repeat. She
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We've had a fantastic show. Amazing show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please make sure you go to our Facebook page. Make sure you hit the like button. It's facebook.com/onthecurve. Make sure you like, share, and share the videos out. We really appreciate it when we get new followers and new viewers. And also make sure you go to our YouTube page, which is rebrand.ly/on-the-curve, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can make sure if you miss our live that you can go back to YouTube and catch the replay. We thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all have an amazing week. Keep winning, and make sure you keep living life on the curve. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.